Hello everyone, my name is Eder, and this is the All Eder channel, and we've made it. This is it. It's the end of the year, and it's time to rank the 10 best games of the year. I don't get to play every single game in the year. I am just, one guy here who plays video games. And it just so happens that I only got to play 20 games this year. That's why I made another list. If you want to check that out after this video of the top 10 games that didn't make it into this list. Sit back and relax and enjoy my top 10 games. And I know there's gonna be a few virtual tomatoes, hopefully not physical tomatoes thrown at me, because that's what top 10 lists do. Everyone has their own personal one, and it's like your opinion, man. Number 10 is a complete surprise to me, but here it is. It's Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. This game, I really wasn't that, into the whole idea of Resident Evil going first person, but the story is so good, the atmosphere, the graphics, the gameplay itself is, not the best, but like I said before, if the atmosphere, if the story, if some of the things you do in the game are totally worth it, then I think it compensates for some of the shortcomings. But anyways, Resident Evil 7, I'm a pretty casual Resident Evil fan. I played a little bit of the first game. The ones I really did play to completion are Resident Evil 4 and 5, and sadly I played a little bit of Resident Evil 6. Eesh. I also did play Revelations 2, which again, not really, is not a mainline Resident Evil game, but that's, it's a Resident Evil game. The game, for me, is really scary. I mean, I don't play scary games that often, so anything will pretty much scare me. I did do a full Let's Play of this in my channel. You can go ahead and watch a few clips of that, in case you're wondering. But, I had a ton of fun. I did, the reason why it's so low on the list is because I did get lost a few times. And getting lost in games is probably one of the things, one of my gaming sins, or more like gaming sins that a game can commit, in my book. But again, that really, that was probably more my fault because I don't pay attention that well. But, it's just a great game. The atmosphere is great. You don't really need to play any of the older games. There is a few minor, I don't want to spoil too much, but there are a few minor, nods and winks, to the Resident Evil franchise. I mean, it is called Resident Evil after all, but you don't play as any of the old characters. You play as a new character this time. I just had a few questions to this guy, why would you go into this mansion, or not mansion, sorry. Why would you go into this house, filled with these crazy people that's creepy as all hell? Why would you go in there in the maybe chance that your wife or girlfriend, whatever she was, that she's alive? I don't know. It's just really stupid. I don't know. But still, none of these things matter when the game is so much fun to play, and each one of the members of the family you encounter here are just so cryptic and so fun. Even though they're scary, but it's a scary fun. I don't know. It's just a ton of fun to play. Just go out. Even if you don't like scary games, if you like a good time, go ahead and try Resident Evil 7. It's just scary fun. Number 9, we got Hollow Knight. Now, Hollow Knight, it's pretty basic in its concept. It's a Metroidvania that looks real nice with, I guess, 2D hand-drawn animation. It's just really fun. It's got a lot of things going for it that you might think, okay, we've seen this before, right? But I don't know. I probably would think not, because usually when you hear a Metroidvania game, you think about shooting and stuff like that. This game is more of a castle Metroidvania. It's more like Symphony of the Night rather than Super Metroid. That's what I'm getting at, because you're this little dude that goes around fighting bugs with a sword and a couple more abilities, of course, but you get some magic, and there's not RPG elements like in Symphony of the Night, but it feels more like Symphony of the Night because you actually use a sword and not a gun. The combat is great. It's every encounter you have to memorize patterns, you have to react quick. It's really hard sometimes. The bosses sometimes get really hard. The problem with this game though is that the map system is really bad. Like it's complicated in a way that it shouldn't be, but I guess that's probably what they were going for. I don't know. I just got lost a lot of times even though there's a map, and the way you purchase new maps, it's kind of, I don't know, I don't like it. You have to find the guy that sells you the map, and then if you so happen to have the money, you buy it from him, but still, the map is not that helpful at all. But again, the combat is really good. The art is beautiful. It's just a gorgeous looking game. And like I said, the gameplay is just real tight. The controls are responsive. I never felt like that I died and it was my fault. It really is a fun game to play if you can find your way in this goddamn maze. Number 8, we got Flint Hook. Now, Flint Hook, again, another 2D, game, indie game, by the way. So Flint Hook is more of a roguelike, where you go to random generated levels, and you find loot, you gain some experience, you find items and stuff like that make you, upgrade your character. And progression is sometimes, you have to replay levels over and over again to, get more rewards and grow and level and get more perks. It's got a lot going for it, even though it's a very simple game at its core, like a 2D action game. So the name of the game is Flint Hook, and your character is equipped with a hook, that's pretty much a grapple hook that it latches onto certain things. And not only that, but enemies sometimes will need to be hooked before they can be destroyed. And it's like, okay, you need that, you got that. But then also you can slow down time and you can wall jump, and it's the most complicated 2D game I've ever played. It's got so many things going for it, and that's probably the only thing why I feel like I really didn't get too hooked on it. Bad jokes aside, it really is a top-notch game. The controls are really tight. I just couldn't wrap my head around hooking and slowing down time and doing all these different things. And then you got different perks which also upgrade certain aspects of your character. Oh, and by the way, you shoot to, kill enemies in the game. There's only 4 levels in the game, but it gets really, really hard because once you die, you gotta start all over again. Like, each of the 4 levels have a boss in it, and if you die at the boss, you go back all the way, you have to beat the levels before that. And that gets a little frustrating, but what kept me going is that the gameplay is just so good. It's top-notch stuff. It's really good. It's tight, it's fun, but sometimes it gets a little too hectic. I did almost have a stroke when I got to the final level because it's just so freaking hard. But at the end, it was all worth it because it's just that good of a game. Now, number 7, we got Next Machina Death Machine. Now, this game is another indie game. Surprise, surprise. You might think, what is this guy, anti-AAA? Well, hold on. We're barely on number 7. Hold on. Hold those tomatoes. Don't throw them at me just yet. But Next Machina, it's a twin-stick shooter that, okay, twin-stick shooter. We've seen those before. And honestly, well, to me, it feels a little more fresh because I haven't played any of those newer twin-stick shooter games. This game is a ton of fun. The music is amazing. It's just so good. Honestly, there's not much to it other than it's frenetic. The controls are tight. There's a lot of upgrades, a lot of power-ups you could use. Really, I really can't say too much about it. It's so simplistic. It's a twin-stick shooter. What can I say? The enemies are fun to beat. There's a lot of secret things I can't find, that I haven't found so far, because the game is just constantly making you go. And once you beat all the enemies on screen, much like other twin-stick shooters, you move on to the next stage. So if you didn't find secrets in that stage, you're kind of fucked. You got to replay them over and over again. And there's a few challenges as well. But those challenges are replaying, older levels and seeing how you rank, how many points you get. And depending on that, you get a rank, gold, silver, bronze, or whatever. It's just so much fun. It's really simple, fun. It's really short. If you're thinking about playing it, I suggest you seek it out on sale, like, I don't know, $5 or something, because honestly, there's only like 5 levels, I think. I'm really, it's kind of fuzzy a little bit, but it's really short. I beat it in an hour. That's all I needed to beat this game. An hour. It's an hour-long game, but that 1 hour is better than some games that are like 50, 100 hours. I think it's like we get hung up sometimes of like, oh, this game's too short. Like, to me, that really doesn't say anything. But what happened in that short time? Did you have fun while you were playing it in that short time? Tell me that. And believe me, in that short hour, you will have a ton of fun. And that's just an hour to beat the main game. Like I said, there are other challenges you can get. You can, try to find the secrets. Or, I don't know, just keep replaying this game over and over again. I wish I had this game like in a portable system, so I could just play on the go. Nintendo, where you at? Get this game on the Switch now, because I would really, I would rebuy this game on the Switch if I could. That's how good this game is. Number 6, we got Super Mario Odyssey. I told you that I was not anti-AAA. I guess this is AAA, right? Yeah, sure, it is. Super Mario Odyssey is it's jolly. It's a jolly game. It just brings a smile to the face. Like, when I started playing this game, I was just like, God damn it, you did it again, Nintendo. It's like going to Disneyland. You go, god damn it, I'm going to Disneyland. And when you're there, you're just like, oh shit, yeah, I don't know, let's ride some rides. I don't know, it's a fun game. Like, the platforming is as tight as ever. I actually played this on, obviously on the Switch, but I played this with the 2 Joy-Cons put together in that control thing. I wanted to get a Pro controller for this, but I just couldn't make it happen. But it's still super tight. I played it, with the Joy-Cons, and it's so fun. But like I said, the controls are tight. The levels are just a joy to look at. There's so much going on, and it's like, I really wasn't that big of a fan of, the open world Mario, I guess you would call it, Mario 64. It's fun, but I don't see the need to make it open world. I've talked about this before, where I prefer level structures to, open world. So when Super Mario 3D World came out, I was like, damn, this game is fun. I love it. And I was looking forward to Super Mario Odyssey, but, I thought, well, it's okay if it's open world, whatever. And then it just captivated me. I couldn't stop playing this game. Shortcoming though, I do think it has 2 things that I found a little bit frustrating, and they're mostly nitpicks. I mean, like, at this point, they're the top 10 games of this year. Like, really, what are you gonna do? It's just nitpicking at this point. First nitpick is, it's a little too easy. I heard that, the final level is gonna be, because obviously, it's no spoiler, you unlock levels, right? So at a certain point, you get enough moons. In this case, they're not stars, they're moons, to unlock one final level or something. I think it's like 500, and I was told, oh, just wait till you get to that level. You're gonna unlock the hardest level ever. And sure enough, it is a harder level than the rest of the game. But that's not saying much. I play a lot of hard games. I've listed them not only on this list, but even in the other video, there's, you know, I play some hard games. So anything Mario Odyssey threw at me, I was just like boom, 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 you know, super easy. It really wasn't that much of a challenge. But even though I nitpick of the, you know, difficulty of this game, it really isn't saying much because that's what Mario games are, I guess. I mean, they weren't always that way, but they kind of turned into this, like, you know, this joyful ride where it's like platforming bliss. It's so much fun. The different things you can capture. I haven't even talked about, you know, the different things you can transform into. When I saw the transforming thing, okay, I gotta be honest. When I saw the transforming thing, you know, where you throw the cap and you transform into something else, I thought, what is this gimmick shit? I don't know. It honestly didn't, you know, it didn't hook me right away. But as soon as I turned into a goddamn bullet bill and started going around and doing shit, I was like, oh damn, this is actually really good. It actually blew away my expectations. I don't know. It's so much fun. It really is. I love this game, but you know, it has that shortcoming for it. And I said I had two nitpicks. The other nitpick is that the camera sometimes got in the way a little bit. I don't know. That's probably just me sucking sometimes, but you know, the camera just got in the way sometimes. That's basically it. But yeah, if you have a Switch or you're considering getting a Switch, Mario Odyssey is just so freaking good. Nintendo does it again. Alright guys, I'm gonna be real with you. The next game. I need to make a mini disclaimer here. No, just show it. Just show it. So number 5, we got Horizon Zero Dawn, and here we go. Here come the tomatoes. Throw them right at me. What is going on? How could I have put Horizon Zero Dawn above Super Mario Odyssey? It's the biggest what the fuck of this year. Honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. It's just, okay, I do know. I'm gonna try to explain here. I'm gonna try to settle down. But please settle down, people. Please. Enough with the hate. I know what you're all thinking. You know, no. Okay, now that we're all settled down now. Okay, number 5, Horizon Zero Dawn. I know what you're thinking. It's an open world game. It's a AAA game. What the hell? What happened? Why do you put this above Mario Odyssey? I almost feel like this section is just going to be about me explaining why it goes above Super Mario Odyssey. But it comes down to just one small, simple fact. Which one of these two games do I want to keep playing after it's done? So, in the case of Super Mario Odyssey, I felt I was just done with that game. I was like, I didn't collect everything. So, you might be saying, oh, well, you probably collected everything, and so you're done with that game. No, actually, there's a lot of things to do in Super Mario Odyssey, and I did unlock the hardest level, but that's it. I was like, okay, I want to see all the levels, but I don't want to replay the other levels just to grind out more items and more things you can unlock. Now, when it comes to Horizon Zero Dawn, I want to keep playing this game, even though I'm done with it. Again, just like Mario Odyssey, I didn't collect every single thing, and really, if I would collect more things, like more armor, more, you know, more weapons or whatever, it really wouldn't make that big of a difference. Just like with Mario, really, I think it's a good comparison, right? So, which one of these two games do I want to keep playing when it's done? And that's Horizon Zero Dawn. I want to hunt more of these robot beasts or whatever they are. I want to do more things. I want to collect more stuff. I want to build more armors. There's so much stuff to do in this game. It's massive. But it's fun. It's got a new combat system that isn't just pressing X when the tiny little thing comes on top of someone else. I'm looking at you, Assassin's Creed and Batman. It's a combat system that is fun to play. You're looking for the weaknesses of these beasts and you're striking them, and every single encounter is so much fun. It's like kind of like Dark Souls in a way. Like every single encounter means something, and Mario Odyssey, you're just blah 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 blah. You know, you're going through the motions and it's just one ride. But Horizon Zero Dawn really deserves, you know, to be in the top 5 and above Mario. I think this is a complete surprise to me, especially because I bought this game. I didn't buy it, you know, I wasn't looking forward to it. I wasn't even gonna play this game. But when I bought my PS4, it came bundled in the, you know, with the console. And so I was like, you know, I'll just give this game a chance. You know, a lot of people seem to like this game, and holy shit, it turns out it's one of the best games of the year, and it's one of the top 5 even. It's just so good. So yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn, congratulations. You earned 2 big thumbs up and brought me back, you know, into open world 3D games. It's just so much fun. I want to keep playing. Right after this, maybe I'll just play some more.
Mr. King.
Number 4, we got Cuphead. Now, Cuphead, I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The controls are top notch. It's got everything I love about games in it. It's so many things, but let's break it down. Okay. So the art style. I mean, obviously, I'm not that old, obviously, and it's not like it's like the cartoons I used to watch. But just like, even if you didn't watch those cartoons of, you know, of the old days, it's still like glorious to look at. It's just so freaking beautiful. And again, it's another evolution of it's a new look that we had never seen before, honestly, in games. But also, it's like, it comes back to that thing where, like, I thought 2D games kind of stopped as soon as 3D games came, you know, with the PlayStation and the N64. I feel like 2D games kind of stopped, you know. There were a few exceptions. Some people were making 2D games with the new horsepower, but I feel a lot of people got stuck in the old 3D and kind of forgot about the greatness of 2D. And this game really shows us what you can do in 2D. It just looks amazing. The bosses are all fun to fight. The controls are tight. The gameplay is tight. The weapons you choose, like, a few of them I think were kind of stupid, but it all comes down to preference. I've seen videos of people using weapons that I thought like no one would use, but hey, that's your choice. It is a little bit on the short side, but again, like, who cares about length? Who cares if a game is 50 hours, 20 hours, 10 hours, 2 hours, half an hour? Who cares? As long as the gameplay is tight and the game is fun. And this game is really hard. I did get a little bit annoyed with the whole, like, the Cuphead, no, Cuphead is Dark Souls, blah blah blah. No. The games here on this list, Flint Hook, Hollow Knight, Next Machina, even, all those 3 games are harder than Cuphead. So if you're not, you know, take it as it is, you know, at least for me. Cuphead is not as hard as those games, or maybe it's just my play style, you know. But again, I did a playthrough of this game, and if you want to take a look at that, again, it's going to be in the description. Yeah, Cuphead, what else can I say? And also, like, everything about this game is beautiful. Even the story behind the development. When I saw on GameSpot a video on the making of Cuphead, I just started crying. I was like, God damn, like, does everything about this game have to be so goddamn beautiful? But anyways, that's it. You know, Cuphead, number 4. It's so badass. I hope we get a sequel, but I don't know, or at least something from these guys, that something else comes of it. But even if it doesn't, it's just one hell of a ride. Number 3, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I know a lot of people have this as their number 1. It won the Game Award thing, blah, blah, blah. It got perfect 10s, and this is the best Zelda ever made. And yes, it's a really good Zelda game. Okay, I'll give it this. It's the best 3D Zelda game ever made. I will say that. It is the best 3D one. Yep. Fanboying over Link to the Past aside, this game, okay, I kind of lied when Horizon Zero Dawn brought me back to open world games. This game is the one that brought me back to open world games, because I kind of didn't know this was going to be an open world game. I didn't know it was going to be a little bit more, you know, explorative, but I've never considered Zelda as an open world game, kind of like GTA or Assassin's Creed or those kinds of games. Not to say that this game, you know, follows that same formula, not at all. Like, actually, the only thing this game comes close to imitating those games is Link now uses these towers where you climb the tower and you uncover a certain area of the map. But that's it, you just uncover the map, you don't uncover the objectives or anything like that. It just, you know, you just got a little more information on the map. This game is all about exploration, it really is. I mean, again, if you've seen what games I like here on this list, I like structured games, I like them when they're, you know, tight little experiences like Cuphead where all you see is just one screen. That's it. Those are my favorite kinds of games. But this game just transcends all that. It makes people like me that don't like those kinds of games, you know, like those kinds of games. And those are the kind of games that really deserve the highest honors we can give them, you know, when they actually make you something you don't like. Oh shit. The combat is really fun. It's, you know, you explore this whole, you know, land of Hyrule, you know, on your horse and all that, and you want to fight anything you encounter. It's just, it's really hard to explain, but basically you go around looking for stuff to do and you're finding it left and right. I'm probably kind of new to this kind of genre because I never played anything like Fallout or stuff like that, but it just, I don't know, it has a sense of wonder. I had a sense of wonder playing this game because I just kept exploring and finding new things. And every new thing you find is like important, it's fun, it's interesting. And okay, a slight spoiler, but I mean, come on, like, it's really not a spoiler, but I want to talk about it. The way you get the Master Sword. And again, see, okay, that's a minor spoiler, I guess, but come on, it's not a spoiler. You get the Master Sword, come on, it's Zelda, you're gonna get a Master Sword. But even the way you earn the Master Sword is a brand new way of getting it. You don't just get it because you're the chosen one or whatever. It's just, I'm not gonna spoil how you get it, obviously, but even the way you find it, the way you earn it, because you actually have to earn, you know, that almost made me go, oh, maybe this game is as good as Link to the Past, but no, Link to the Past is still the best one, and for many other reasons, but let's not talk about them right now. But anyways, Breath of the Wild is still like so good. The story, it has its highs and it has its lows, but I just thought Zelda as a character really shines in this game. And Link as well, even though he doesn't speak, but just some of the other characters you meet are kind of dumb, but really where it has it where it counts, you know, it's got it where it counts, you know, with Zelda, Link, and obviously Ganon. I mean, that's, you know, obviously that's the objective of the game. You're gonna be Ganon. Come on, like, you can always count on Zelda, Legend of Zelda having two things: Master Sword, Ganon, Zelda, Link. That's set in stone. But everything else got thrown out the window for this game. Like, no more, you know, classic dungeons. Well, they're okay. That's the thing. Like, there are dungeons. I can't even compare it to older games because it really is new. I don't know. It's so fresh, new, and just. But the most important thing is fun to play. And like I said, I had a sense of wonder throughout the whole story. I didn't find everything. I didn't find all the secrets and all that, but I think I got enough of this game to really, you know, to really make a judgment. And I think it's one of the best games. It's one of the 3 best games of this year. I really thought Mario was going to be better than this, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't, you know, it didn't happen. But Zelda, congratulations. You're one of the best. You're one of the greats.
The end is nigh, my friend. I will be brave.
Number 2, let's bring it back down to Indieville with The End is Nigh. And you're probably thinking, what the fuck is this game? What is this? What? The End is Nigh is a 2D platformer. That's it. It's, you know, again, you're probably thinking this dude only likes 2D stuff. Well, yeah, I actually do love 2D stuff, alright? That's my thing. That's my jam. 2D games, alright? So this is basically from the creators of Super Meat Boy and The Binding of Isaac. More like a kind of spin-off of Meat Boy where you go through different levels, just platforming around and finding the exit pretty much. The only difference here is that you cannot wall jump. You can hold on to ledges. That's all you can do in the game. You can hold on to ledges and, you know, jump off those ledges, and that's it. That's it. It's only it's pure platforming, and that's what makes this game so great. Is that yes, the art style is really nice and everything, but it really is the simplicity of the game and how much they do with such simplicity. Because that's like, when I think of this game, all I can think is I'm trying to describe this game to you. And I mean, you're seeing footage here next to me, but I mean, that's it. You just jump around, hang on to ledges. That's it. The game is actually pretty long. There's quite a few stages in it, and it's really hard. It's like Meat Boy hard. It's really hard. Actually, again, another game that is harder than Cuphead. So all those people saying, "Oh, Cuphead, Dark Souls, good Dark Cups, whatever," no. They really didn't get to play these kinds of games. They didn't get to play this game, for example. And again, it's a very overlooked game. I really didn't just put it here on number 2 spot and above Zelda just because to get it some attention. I mean, what kind of attention would my tiny ass channel give it, really? And again, what else can I say about it? It's a 2D platformer. It's just a ton of fun. And again, it feels fresh every single level I enter. Like, it feels like I'm doing new things, but all I'm doing again is just variants on jumping and holding onto ledges. And that's it. That's it. But even with that simplicity, they managed to capture just, I don't know, just pure, unadulterated fun in every single stage. And that's, you know, it's got no fluff. It's only gameplay. It's fun. Alright? Alright, here come the tomatoes again. Another disclaimer. Here come the tomatoes. I just know it. I see it coming. And the number 1 game of 2017 has been hiding in plain sight all along in this channel right here. Sonic Mania, number 1 of 2017. And yeah, I know, here comes the boo, Sonic fanboy. Ah! Alright, so yes, it's no surprise. I got a lot of Sonic games. I'm a big Sonic fan. But not because of that. I did place this on number 1. Okay, let's break it down with the story, okay? Or, you know, let's give the explanation, alright? Let's find out, why did I pick this game as number 1? Why? Above everything else, why? Why would I do that? Okay, so, alright, let's think about your favorite game franchise. And, okay, if it's a classic one, let's say Mega Man. Okay, let's say it's Mega Man. Or, I don't know, Mario or whatever. Okay, Mario, I think Mario's a good example. So, Mario, to me, the best Mario game, period. Best Mario game. Nothing tops it. Nothing has topped it ever since. Is Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. I think no game has come even close to beating it. Also, Legend of Zelda, another classic franchise. I still think, even though Breath of the Wild is such an amazing game, but I mean, every single Zelda game is amazing, okay? So my favorite one is Link to the Past. And for Mario, it's Mario World, okay, for the Super Nintendo. Those 2 games are like, oh, there's nothing better than those 2, okay? And for the longest time, for Sonic, the 2 best ones, or actually no, the best Sonic game out there was Sonic 3 and Knuckles for the Sega Genesis, and nothing even came close. Maybe a little bit, but no, nothing came close to beating Sonic 3 and Knuckles on the Sega Genesis until now. Sonic Mania is the best Sonic game there ever is and there's ever been. Alright? It's so good. It really shows that these guys know what they were doing. Like, they are fans. The ones who made this game, the people who made this game are fans and they know what works. Like, I feel like this is a trend that has to be set in the industry, in the gaming industry, where the old vanguard needs to step aside and let some new ideas come in, fresh ideas. And I mean, it kind of happened to Mario and Zelda. They did kind of evolve, but I just feel like there was still some of that old vanguard, old people just holding it back and saying, no, we gotta do it like we've always done it. And with Sonic Mania, it's like they unleashed the goddamn beast. They really let these guys do whatever they wanted, to a certain extent, obviously, because they're remaking stages and stuff like that. Okay, it might not be fair as well, but they came up with new ones, and those new ones are amazing. They're interesting. They're fun. The controls are tighter than they've ever been. The special stages are the best ones, like the new ones. Of course, the blue sphere ones are back, but the new ones they made for collecting the Chaos Emeralds are just so freaking good. They're the best. Because the controls are tight, and really they're not that punishing. It's just everything works. They're kind of a variant on the ones from Sonic CD, but the Sonic CD ones control like shit. I'm playing, and I'm so sure of this opinion as well, because not only because of what I just told you, that this game surpasses the classics, and that never happens. Somehow there's some kind of like bias we have as human beings to to cling to get attached to the old stuff, and then when new stuff comes around, we go, it's not as good as the old stuff. But then Sonic Mania came in, and what's said, and here you go, man, I'm the best. And yes, Sonic Mania is the best Sonic game. It's amazing. So if a game can convince you of letting go of that attachment to the old stuff, then you got a winner. You got a really good fucking game. Oh, another reason why I can really say confidently, I can say with confidence, not only that this game is that good, not only because I own these games, I own all these Sonic games. I've played them, obviously, and here, even in the channel, I started this channel because I wanted to play every single Sonic game there is, and I haven't finished that marathon. I played every single one that has come out on Sega console, so I played the Dreamcast ones up at this point. I know there's way more to go, but honestly, come on, the best is behind us. Let's face it. Some of the 3D games are really good, but I mean they're not as good as the 2D ones. Let's be honest here, all right? Okay, so congratulations, Sonic Mania again. I just find it funny that I was actually hiding in plain sight the #1 game right here, Sonic Mania. I bought it twice because I wanted a portable version of it for my Switch, and it's just the best game of the year. It has everything going for it. It has, has great gameplay. It has, awesome graphics. And it also I want to play it again. I've been playing it on my Switch again. Like, even though I collected everything there was, I collected all the Chaos Emeralds, obviously. I collected all the Blue Sphere stages with a gold medal. Like, that is as close as I've come to 100%ing a game. And I don't do that anymore. Like, I finish a game story, see credits roll, and I'm out of there, because I gotta move on. But when it comes to Sonic Mania, I know it's a short game, it's not that long, but I mean, it's tough. It's tough to get all the, like I said, all the blue spheres were tough to get. Getting the Chaos Emeralds was a little tough as well. But it's got a balanced difficulty as well. Like, it's not as hard, obviously, as something like Cuphead and the rest of the games I mentioned here. And I do play hard games, but this game was just a good balance in between. It's not not as dumb easy as something like Mario Odyssey, but obviously it's not as hard as Cuphead and the other 2D games I mentioned on this list. 2017 was an awesome year. It's, you know, it was not only for games, but hey, I started this channel and I've made a lot of great friends, and thank you everyone who supports my channel by watching my videos, by hitting that like, by subscribing, which you should do if you haven't subscribed yet. Sorry if your favorite game of this year is not here, not even on the list, or if it's whatever, but be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell to get, you know, notified when a new video comes out. And that's it. It's the year's over. I'm free from the shackles of having to play games from this year. Probably next year I'll play more games, like more retro games or whatever. Like, I'm gonna try next year to not play like, oh, I gotta play the newest and greatest game that just came out. No, I think next year I'm gonna take it a little more easy and, you know, play whatever game that I want. Who cares if it didn't come out that year or whatever year it came out. So thank you once again to everyone who watched. I'll see you guys on the next all-nighter channel video. I gotta work on my good vibes because they suck.